What's up, everybody? God, my voice. I tell you what, it's WTF. You gotta wonder, what was it all for? What was it all for? Why did the Democrats shut down the government for 43 freaking days and cause all of this pain and hopeless suffering? Why? So, here we are at, I guess, some employees, which they were having to go to work the whole time anyway. Sorry, my voice took a vacation, and I'm gonna do the best I can with this. So bear with me. If you need me to repeat something, holla at you, girl. I'll do the best I can. And when that doesn't work, I'll just put up my no vacancy sign for illegals. No vacancy. No vacancy. Mhm. But let's talk about this shutdown on WTF. They're going to primary Chuck Schumer. He's gonna go. Ro Khanna, you got these Democrats, the crank far left is saying you you need to go. And what this is a pretend, like a faux FAUX, um, populism. It's we'll say elected for the sake of conversation, but they're still cheating in these elections right now because they're going to get as many of their people in as quickly as possible by any means necessary because they know during the primaries are, is going to vote for this garbage after the money from the big, beautiful, bodacious bill starts kicking in. You watch. You watch. Honey, it's going to be like Camelot all over again. So what's happening is President Trump has talked about and made the announcement that let's talk a little bit about this before we get into the shutdown thing. President Trump has announced something similar to what Elon Musk mentioned a little while back. You know, American citizens, they need to start getting their money back for all of the money that these politicians have taken in, these congressional reps with all of the spending bills over the last 4 years. American citizens need to get some of their money back. So, like now, um, sorry. So now, President Trump announced Sunday, I do believe it was, for the first time, that he is going to ensure that $2,000 checks start going out to lower and middle income American citizens. No illegals. No illegals. No illegals. Illegals are not eligible for the payout. Don't even be trying to come in and pull okey doke Democrats. No vacancy. Get the hell on up out of here. So $2,000 announced by President Trump for a dividend check. Dividend, not a stimulus. Stimulus is when it is meant to stimulate the economy because there's a recession, or in the case of 2020, we all know what that was. What's up, random Mad Hatter? Hi, sweetheart. Hello, long time no see. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm like under the weather, above the weather, over the weather, honey. Girl, I'm just like, or my brother, sorry. I see you over there on Twitch. Let me show what. Oh, wait a minute, girl. The lighting is terrible and I ain't got my glasses on. Um, it's beautiful to see you, darling. Thank you so much. Yeah, girl, I have picked up a bug or something. That's why I'm keeping it to myself. And you can't catch it by the internet. So here I am. Yesterday, my voice was just completely gone. I could not, and it was Veterans Day. I was so mad. It was 11/11 on Veterans Day, and I'm a military Gold Star widow. I wanted to do something for Veterans Day, but I couldn't say anything. It was terrible. Terrible, absolutely a travesty. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. And to everybody who is in here, rocking with me, thank you. God bless you. I sure do appreciate you spending your time here. You could spend it anywhere else, but thank you. Oh, praise God. My voice is probably going to be back tomorrow. I ordered one off Amazon. Just kidding. But $2,000 is a dividend check. We all, you know what dividends are. Dividends are payouts from, it's like a corporate payout from a profit sharing type, not a stimulus. People, it's not a stimulus. Don't call it a stimulus. Stimulus was what they did in 2020. I think Biden tried to do one that I don't think I even got that one, but it was only like $600. Just while they stealing billions to give to Ukraine, they gave us $600, and I don't even think I got it. So these are President Trump is very proud to announce these dividend checks are like your corporate, as I mentioned, your profit sharing. So it's like, ooh, money, 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 money. So everybody who's, shareholders, America, the corporation, right? America, the corporation. So essentially, the America Corporation, and we're the shareholders because we're the American citizens who are the taxpayers who have a vested interest in this corporation. So we getting a check. We getting a check, okay? And it's from the tariffs, by the way. It's from the tariffs. So all of y'all who are screeching about tariffs, 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 yeah, it's from the tariff income, stupid. These foreign countries who send their shit into this country, and they have been the one tariffing us. Very exorbitant rates, I must add. Canada, Mexico, the United Kingdom, Germany, Spain, Italy, they were all doing it against us. And we were the ones, we were getting the tariffs for Bavarian Motorworks. We know as BMW, all the BMWs that were coming in here, all the BMWs, the Volvos, I think Volvo is shutting down in Deutschland because they went all in on the green new nightmare and all the green energy bullshit. So they're reaping the evil that they sowed. And Germany is having a really hard time. But that's what you get when you get woke. you go broke. So $2,000 dividend checks. Dividend, say it with me. Dividend. Dividend, not stimulus. Stimulus is when they went to the Fed and borrowed a bunch of money from the Federal Reserve, that is a central bank. The Federal Reserve is not federal, it is a central bank. It is made up of the Bank of England, the Rothschilds, and the Brussels, and the European globalist assholes run the central bank. And don't leave out the Chinese Communist Party because they're probably connected. But President Trump doing the damn thing, announcing dividend checks. So what do these evil fucking Democrats do? Oh, they start this bullshit about Jeffrey Epstein once again. My feed on X has been like, I don't know what's wrong with the algorithms. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to say, Elon, what's up, my dog? What's going on with my algorithms? Why is my feed full of retarded liberals talking about Epstein this, Epstein that, Epstein? Okay, most of this show, just so you know, we're gonna get a lot of these narratives handled, because the Democrats don't want you to know the truth. It is the truth that sets you free. Speaking of green, try some green tea. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. You know what? You're right. I got some green tea. I'm getting ready to hook it up. I am. I'm gonna put some water on and have a spot of tea. I do believe I'll have a spot of tea. So I've been drinking tea and honey, like local Colorado honey, because it's good for allergies, because allergies kick my ass too. So it's like allergies at the same time. This is. But thank you, random Mad Hatter. I'm definitely going to make myself a spot of tea. I think I will. Can I make you some tea? Oh, I love that. Doggone Brits. They're hilarious. So, Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my God, there's a lot of moving parts. You got these Democrats all day long trying to separate MAGA with all this crap about Jeffrey Epstein. Bro, let me say this out the gate. Out the gate. Out the gate. If these Democrats would have had anything damning on Donald Trump concerning Jeffrey Epstein, that shit would have got released in 2015. It's 2025, at almost the end of 2025, and it's still, they don't have anything concrete. They have cherry picked little parts of emails that they blow it up to the public, and then individuals who already have Trump derangement syndrome look at it and go, see, I told you. And they have been losing their shit all day. Yeah. But oh God. Oh honey, the show, it would have gone on yesterday too, and I felt like crap, but I just could not talk. And I didn't want to do the whole show like this, tearing off papers and stuff. But we gonna get through this because this is important. These libtards spent all day trying to put everything concerning Jeffrey Epstein on President Trump, and we're not gonna tolerate their bullshit no more. Okay? We're not gonna tolerate it. They already lost because they had to reopen the government. They had to come hat in hand, crawling on their hands and their freaking knees. Get your knee pads, asshole Democrats, and go to the president so he can sign this. The Senate already came to an agreement finally a few days ago. And now the House, they called him all back. They voted this week. So y'all can go to hell because all of y'all lost again. That's why they spent the whole day with this Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. I mean, God, Epstein, Epstein, because they know that they're the ones who shut down the freaking government. And I'm going to show you something. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I'm going to show you why they shut down the government and why they kept it shut down, because they wanted to keep these Obamacare Affordable Care Act subsidies that need to go away permanently, because ACA and Obamacare is what a damn freaking tax. If you put it on a damn tax form, it's a tax. So anyway, yeah, you better go on and say that. If they had anything, it would have been released from 2015. Excuse me, excuse me, Democrats. Why ain't y'all say nothing the whole time? From 2021, when y'all stole the 2020 election and you install Joe Biden and that Hindu Horus, Kamala Harris, why ain't y'all say nothing about Jeffrey Epstein for 4 freaking years? 4 years. 4 years. Y'all ain't say nothing about Jeffrey Epstein. That's why I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me. Look, if it ain't gonna help me pay my bills, I don't want to hear it. Do you love that, darling? I always call that bitch the Hindu Horus. Nobody else does. If you ever hear it from anybody else, they got it from me, because I'm the one who calls her that. What? Why ain't they say nothing about, not one word? Did y'all hear anything? Anything about Jeffrey Epstein the last 4 years? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm gonna get a drink of water. My water on for I have a spot of tea. Hmm? Did any of these loser Democrats say anything about Jeffrey Epstein the whole time Biden and Harris was in the White House? Thank you, my darling. You know I call him Slim Slacks Obama. If anybody else says that, they got it from me. I've been calling him that since 2015. They didn't say shit about Jeffrey Epstein for 4 years and even before that. And excuse me, Democrats, let me go on and let me keep the bus moving. Let's keep this train going, the short bus or whatever the hell. Let's keep this vehicle on the road. Let the rubber meet the road right now. Excuse you. But Jeffrey Epstein was arrested in July of 2017. Who was president? Huh. July of 2017. Who was president then? Oh, that was President Trump. Do you know if President Trump would never have been elected, and God forbid, if President Trump would never have been elected, Jeffrey Epstein would still be alive, raping little girls? You know that, right? All of these arrests. Remember, how come the Democrats ain't say nothing about Keith Raniere with Nexium? Remember that shit? Remember that? I'm gonna roll my eyes and roll my head and throw my hands up. I'm about to get ghetto up in here because I'm just ghetto anyway. I'm bougie and I'm ghetto, but I'm extremely play the Karen card when I feel like it, if I am so moved. How come y'all ain't say nothing about Keith Raniere, and the victims of the NXIVM sex cult. Because y'all's little buddy, Allison Mack, LA, like LA, your little Hollywood actress, Allison Mack, who played the side piece of Superman, I guess, in Smallville. Remember that? Don't forget about that. That was also President Trump. Oh, yeah, remember John of God? Remember Oprah's best friend, her guru, her spiritual advisor, John of God? Remember that? Yeah, that was also under President Trump. All these kids that are being found in sex slavery, FBI Director Kash Patel has been announcing, and FBI, also he's no, he's not the director. Dan Bongino. He has been announcing also that they've been finding these children. Why don't the Democrats talk about that? All these children that have been found. Why don't they say anything? Don't they care about, think of the children? They're full of shit. They don't care about children, and they don't care about you. Nothing about freaking Harvey Weinstein, who is also good buddies with Oprah Winfrey. Huh? And most of Hollywood loved Harvey Weinstein. He got outed because who was that actress who used to be married to the lead singer of that group, Marilyn Manson? What was her name? But she's the one who outed Harvey Weinstein and started that Me Too movement. That was again under Donald Trump. All of these pedophiles getting locked the hell up where they belong. Deputy director, that's what it was. Deputy director, Dan Bongino. Rose McGowan. It's Rose McGowan. Thank you, Random Hatter. It's Rose McGowan. Yep. Rose McGowan came out and she started the Me Too movement, and Harvey Weinstein. Mhm. Yeah, it's Rose McGowan. And yeah, Oprah is a monster. She said, yeah, we got to get rid of these monsters. You're a new grandmother and you fear for your grandbaby. Yeah. And oh, you got a granddaughter on the way. Congrats, love. Congrats. Congrats. You look like you're only 20. What you doing? You're looking good, love. Yeah. We want a world that's not full of these freaking nasty ass monsters. So yeah, where was you at, Democrats? Where was y'all at when all of these things were going on and these crimes against children? Preach about Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files. That's all you've heard today. Fake book, Instagram, definitely all over X. I know them, the monsters is all over Blue Sky because ain't nothing but pedophiles on Blue Sky. Actually, I won't say that because a lot of President Trump's administration went over and made their appearance on Blue Sky. I might make an account just to annoy liberals because that's funny. It makes me laugh to make them cry. Yeah. Yeah. So where was y'all at when Biden couldn't find 600,000 children who came here across the southern border? They're Democrats. Huh? How come y'all ain't say nothing? AOC, Sandy Cortez, kids in cages, kids in cages, kids in cages. The cages that even Jay Johnson, Jay Johnson, who was the Homeland Security Director under Obama, admitted those cages were built by y'all some wretched bastards, I swear. Democrats are the worst. They are the worst wretched bastards on earth. And a lot of them have been running our government and running this country into the ground. And it's pathetic. But we're going to keep it moving concerning this Jeffrey Epstein thing, because Democrats have tried to throw shade on Donald Trump. They're trying to make it seem like literally Donald Trump is the only person that Jeffrey Epstein knew in the entire freaking world. Like Donald Trump had nobody he knew except just Jeffrey Epstein only knew Donald Trump. Because, dude, Bill Clinton went to that little St. James Island like 26 times. They don't say nothing about that. Bill Gates, he's on the manifesto. He's on the flight list. There's some Hollywood stars and athletes that have been named on the flight list. Donald Trump ain't on none of those flight lists, honey. Oh, yeah, thank you, random Mad Hatter. Forgot about that. Yeah, the devil in a blue dress. Blue dress with the red heels. Yeah, remember that? Remember that shit? That picture was hanging up. That painting was hanging up in Jeffrey Epstein's New York giant freaking apartment. Okay? Not Trump. Not Donald Trump in high heels. It was Bill Clinton in a blue dress and high heels making fun of him concerning Monica Lewinsky. And we all know what the red shoes symbolize, don't we? I bet you he did sit for that. I bet you he probably did. So let's get to some stuff. Let's just call a spade a spade. And I'm black, so relax, Democrats. I'm black. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to talk about a few things concerning the so-called Epstein files, or what they like to call the Epstein files, because what got released this morning so that they could pretend that we got him this time. We got him this time. Oh my God, this is going to destroy MAGA. This is going to destroy. Nope, nope, nope. Makes me support him even more because I know they're full of shit. And God has given me a very keen sense of discernment until God himself tells me, okay, I'm going to need you to just chill out. I'm pretty much ride or die. I done been supporting this man for 10 years. Not because I'm on some cult or whatever, but because the Lord has given me instructions. And they've been trying to take him down for 10 years, and it has never worked. And it's not ever going to work. It's not going to work. Yeah, this is just like separating the wheat from the chaff. Of those who claim to be conservative or claim to be MAGA, I've seen some of those posts on X. I supported you. I voted for you in 2016, blah, blah, blah. And I just can't support a pedophile. You're a weakling. Get your monkey ass on out of here. We don't need weaklings. Yes, he is. You better say it louder. Our God is an awesome God. I'll sing when I'm when my voice is back. Excuse me. But um, we are at the point now that they have got up this morning, got the 4 a.m. talking points, and the talking points were he's he's this, he's that, completely ignoring all of the real pedophiles, completely ignoring these monsters that Joe Biden led in this country the last 4 years who have been raping little girls. Nasty motherfuckers from Venezuela and El Salvador, in Mexico, in India, and all these disgusting, despicable countries who always want to come here and steal our shit and abuse. I don't say nothing about that. You don't post nothing about it. The only thing you want to talk about is a fake story concerning Donald Trump because you are just hoping and wishing that it's true, and it ain't. It ain't. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. So they released this little email that's redacted the name of Virginia Giuffre. Virginia Giuffre was one of the first people to come out against Jeffrey Epstein back in the late 90s when he started abusing her and selling her for sex to the highest bidder, to foreign dignitaries and politicians in Washington, D.C., and heads of state and athletes. And one of those high-profile names was Prince Andrew. How come these Democrats why is that? Because King Charles, I guess King Charles, completely just disowned him like 2 weeks ago. Even the crown is done with Prince Andrew, and y'all still ain't saying nothing. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Democrats are just dead silent. Crickets. You always want to try to bring it back to President Trump. We're not going to let you do that in here. We're not going to allow you to continue with these lies unanswered. Do you understand what's happening? You shut down the freaking government for 43 days. You watched people starve. You're the ones who's responsible for the federal employees not going back to work. And then you want to talk about their healthcare premiums are going to rise. You motherfuckers knew this in 2022 when you kicked the can down the road for Obamacare to expire in December of 2025. You knew it was going to happen, and you said nothing. You did nothing. Because you thought you were going to have the White House again, and you could just get a huge omnibus bill of like $80 trillion and pay yourselves and pay your healthcare corporate donors. You assholes. You did this to put money in your own pockets. And you're desperate now because your USAID money laundering operation has been cut. Hold on. Let me show you. Let's just get it popping. Let's get it popping up in here. Voice gone and all. Hold up. Hold on. God damn it. Did I send it to myself? Hold on. If not, I'm gonna bring it up. But you know what? We might as well talk about this first. Let me bring this in. So they released their little bullshit email that redacted Virginia Giuffre's name. And yes, the Mad Hatter, you did say that they killed her because of what she knew. And they knew she was going to come out against these individuals who are probably members of Congress. Almost bet on it. So this, I've already downloaded it and I've already started reading it. This is from House Oversight Committee, GOP oversight. Headline: Democrats whine about, quote, releasing the files. Da, da, da. But they only cherry pick when they have them to generate clickbait. You deserve the full truth. So this is Jeffrey Epstein's. These are no this is from releases. The Oversight Committee releases additional Epstein estate documents. See, they're trying to just cherry pick and give you a page and a half at a time because they wanted to drag this shit out the whole time Donald Trump is president so they can just keep the shock value going with Epstein constantly. And the Democrats whining, bitching, moaning, and complaining about releasing the Epstein files. So here we go. Go to X. If you don't have it, then go directly to the House Oversight Committee. The House Oversight Committee, GOP oversight, and download this report and read it for yourself. It's all of the little redacted email that you saw today that the Democrats tried to make this the big story. Yeah, this is the whole freaking report. Okay? Because y'all want to keep this bullshit going? No, we ain't gonna let you. Because we got real business to take care of in this country. Okay? And the world don't revolve around your little bullshit stories. So go to the GOP, or excuse me, the House Oversight Committee website. If you don't have X, if you got X, then go to House Oversight. And you can download this report and you can read it all for yourself. It's very interesting already. I have started reading it and going through it. They want Trump to be in there so desperately, they can't even stand themselves. They hate life until they see something that is the equivalent of Hunter Biden's laptop. How come they don't mention that? How come the Democrats don't talk about Hunter Biden's laptop? Anybody? How come they have nothing to say about literally Hunter Biden having a laptop with half-naked little girls on there that ain't his children? Let's not talk about the text messages between him and his attorney where he's saying the N-word all day and all night. Hunter Biden is racist as fuck. And those text messages show you he ain't got over and over and over and over. People are stupid who believe that the Bidens are anything but a bunch of Klansmen. They're all in the Klan. Oh, but Trump. Oh, but Trump. No, we ain't gonna let you do that here. So that's the House Oversight Committee. Let's talk about, remember back a few months ago, back in July or August of this year, Epstein's accusers went to Capitol Hill. Remember that? That just happened a few months ago. It wasn't that long ago. Remember? Remember that? I didn't like everything they said because they didn't frame it properly. Their beef in their little crusade now is, I am woman, hear me roar. I will be heard. I want my story to be heard. And they haven't gotten any support or any, by the way, all these so-called members of Congress who screech day and night about the Epstein files this and the Epstein files that and the Epstein. Hold on. Let me let you hear for yourself what these Epstein victims have when they are asked on NBC News specifically if any members of Congress came to them and asked could they help them. Hold on, let's do that. Let's just go ahead and do that since they want to screech about Donald Trump all day. Hold on, let's just do that. Let's just do that. And let me find on here where that is. Oh, hold on. I got you. Hold on. Now, remember, keeping in mind that you have heard nothing all day but members of Congress talking about Epstein files, release the files. You have victims.
Women did.
Hold on. Of Jeffrey Epstein. They are asked specifically, did any members of Congress offer any assistance to you? And then we'll reconvene here. Hold on just a minute. Hold on. Let me tee this up because this is important. Hold on. Let's listen to what these are the actual victims. Okay? Not a bunch of useless Democrats who kept the government shut down for 43 days to keep money in their own pockets and to make American citizens suffer. Hold on. Let's hear what they got to say.
Unprecedented. This was a global operation. It takes multiple people to make this happen over a span of decades. Those people deserve to be accountable too. Okay? And they have that information. They have the power to do the right thing. And that is what we're here for.
Are you all satisfied, and then I'll do a couple more show of hands, but are you all satisfied generally with the level of communication that you've had or that your representatives have had from members of Congress? Do you feel like your voices have been heard from members of Congress?
No.
Jess, you're giving me a face. You're saying no way.
Oh, wait a minute. Because the way that these Democrats have been screeching all day long, you would have thought that they've been helping these victims and calling them at least once a month to see how they doing, right? Right? Because they clogged up social media today talking about Epstein and his victims deserve justice. His victims deserve justice. Epstein. You are listening directly, NBC News. You hear directly from these victims. Members of Congress didn't do shit. They did nothing for these victims. Let's roll the film again. I'm gonna rewind that so y'all can hear that again, just slightly.
What Virginia did, what these women did, it's unprecedented. This was a global operation. It takes multiple people to make this happen over a span of decades. Those people deserve to be accountable too. Okay? And they have that information. They have the power to do the right thing. And that is what we're here for.
Are you all satisfied, and then are you all satisfied generally with the level of communication that you've had or that your representatives have had from members of Congress? Do you feel like your voices have been heard from members of Congress?
No.
Jess, you're giving me a face. You're saying no way.
My eyebrows don't lie. No, I've heard zero communication. I mean, I don't know about it. I've heard nothing from any representatives personally.
What? Nothing. She's heard nothing from any congressional representatives. Literally nothing. Democrats, shut the absolute shit up. Don't say nothing else about Jeffrey Epstein. This woman just said, you have said nothing. You have offered no help to her whatsoever. I don't want to hear shit else from y'all.
I have not.
So can I get a show of hands? Who here is satisfied with the level of contact they've had from Congress?
Oh,
Nobody. Let me ask this.
Oh, that would be no. That would be an absolute no. So almost every Democrat today posted shit about Epstein files and Epstein victims, but they have not lifted one finger to help or to even reach out to say, hello, what's up? Is there anything that I can do for you from any member of Congress at all or anywhere? But they clogged up the news cycle with this bullshit all day, like they've been doing something to help these women. I don't want to hear nothing else from these Democrats. Also, there is a part of this video where she asks specifically about whether Donald Trump was involved in anything having to do with Jeffrey Epstein. Let's listen to that part. Let's just skip to that. All right. Where we at? 20. Okay. All right. We'll start right here.
That level in that capacity, it's your diligence to do what your constituents, the American public is asking you for.
Not, but whatever.
That's all we're asking.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just one side or the other. This is a nonpartisan issue. Mm-hmm. Everyone is asking, even his base is asking.
Mm-hmm. Has anybody in this room heard anything from anybody at the White House, or have your representatives?
No.
I do have to ask, and I know, and it's just something that I think we're compelled to at this moment, with the attention on President Trump, with these questions around a pardon. Did anybody see or hear of the president himself doing anything inappropriate as it related to Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
What was that?
Or former President Clinton?
No.
Are you glad there is a
Was that a no? Was that a no?
Something that I think we're compelled to at this moment, with the attention on President Trump, with these questions around a pardon. Did anybody see or hear of the president himself doing anything inappropriate as it related to Jeffrey Epstein?
No. No.
Or former President Clinton?
Okay. They said no to President Trump and no to President Clinton. However, he is on the flight log 26 times. He went to Little St. James Island 26 times. So maybe they didn't see Bill Clinton in any capacity, but these are not the only victims. These are not the only victims. Just saying. So this is what I will say about this. I don't want to hear Democrats saying anything else about any Epstein, anything. Okay. You just heard from the Epstein victims themselves. Number one, no members of Congress at all have contacted them at all to assist in any way. But they're on social media screeching about it all day, like they're heroes. It's disgusting. It's absolutely despicable what they're doing. See how they hijack people? See how they hijack causes? They need perpetual victims to validate themselves because they're worthless. So they're using the Epstein files to try to elevate themselves. Here's another video. Oh, by the way, let's just keep this going. Let's just keep it going, right? Yep. Let's do Bradley Edwards, who was the attorney for a lot of Epstein's victims. Why don't we do that? Let's just talk about that right now, huh? Let's talk. This was 6 years ago, okay? This was 6 years ago. President Trump was president in his first term. Bradley Edwards, lawyer for plaintiffs against Epstein. Listen to what he has to say.
Now, just one more question on that document, and this goes to the more salacious rumors, but I would like you to just, whatever you can say on it. Obviously, our current president has had relationships with Epstein in the past, and there are those Katie Johnson and maybe other victims who have accused Trump of being involved in things like this. In my experience, Trump supporters will not listen to anything along those lines. Obviously, we're not a court of law here right now, but are those claims of that case was dropped? It was dropped before it went to court. In your opinion as a lawyer and experience, is there anything you can say as to the validity of those claims, or whether or not there will be any more about that?
Nothing at all. The only thing that I can say about President Trump is that he is the only person who, in 2009, when I served a lot of subpoenas on a lot of people, or at least gave notice to some pretty connected people that I wanted to talk to them, he is the only person who picked up the phone and said, "Let's just talk. I'll give you as much time as you want. I'll tell you what you need to know," and was very helpful in the information that he gave, and gave no indication whatsoever that he was involved in anything untoward whatsoever, but had good information that checked out and that helped us, and that we didn't have to take a deposition of him.
That was in 2009?
That was in 2009. So,
do you know if there's any truth to James Patterson's claims that Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago?
I've definitely heard that. I definitely himself, as opposed to a manager there.
But it's Trump's club, so
yeah,
people credit him.
I've heard the rumor that Epstein was kicked out of there for allegedly trying to pick up somebody's daughter or something like that. But I think I did chase that down as far as I could, and never was able to confirm it. But I heard.
I'm on the same boat with that.
Yeah, so basically what we have is the lawyer for Epstein's victims, a lot of his victims, who has been fighting this fight since before 2009. Okay. And he's still he was on Capitol Hill when with them in August. He said 6 years ago, and he said it again in August on Capitol Hill. Donald Trump, none of the victims said anything about Donald Trump being involved in any way. Do y'all understand English, Democrats? Oh, given that some of y'all are probably illegal, I don't know. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I've shown you the victims of Jeffrey Epstein who say Donald Trump has had nothing to do with any of this. I just showed you their attorney who has said Donald Trump was the only person who cooperated with them back in 2009. And it's because he's connected to these people because they ran in the same social circles. And he said, I'll give you all the time you need. I'll give you whatever you need. The Democrats are still screeching about some Epstein bullshit. Why don't we just listen to the woman who is writing Virginia Giuffre's book? Why don't we just do that just to give it further, bring in the receipts on you bastards, because we're sick of hearing your shit. Let's hear what Virginia Giuffre, in addition to the victims themselves, in addition to Bradley Edwards, who is the attorney for the victims. Let's just listen to this person who has nothing to gain. Okay? Check this out.
A lot of people think he's not releasing the files because he's in them. And she's saying, at least when it comes to her, he's not. He wasn't involved at all. I think that's a big surprise to a lot of people. Is that the reaction you're getting, that Trump is cleared as far as Virginia's concerned?
I've definitely gotten that reaction. I mean, when we announced the book, we made it clear that Trump was not implicated.
Oh, oh, oh. Hold on. I'm going to rewind this so y'all can hear it for yourself. Don't listen to dumbass Democrats. Listen to the people who are actually involved.
A lot of people think he's not releasing the files because he's in them. And she's saying, at least when it comes to her, he's not. He wasn't involved at all. I think that's a big surprise to a lot of people. Is that the reaction you're getting, that Trump is cleared as far as Virginia's concerned?
I've definitely gotten that reaction. I mean, when we announced the book, we made it clear that Trump was not implicated.
When we released the book, we made it clear that Trump was not implicated. How much more? What you have? Oh, by the way, Tim Burchett. I think is he Alabama or Mississippi? I can't remember. Tim Burchett said today on X that he tried to put a resolution on the House floor to just say, let's just release everything. Let's just get it done. Get it out of the way so y'all can shut the fuck up. He said they rejected it. The Democrats rejected it. None of them signed it. They rejected it. They didn't want the whole thing released. Only the little page that they said matters. Nothing else. Tim Burchett, a member of Congress, said today he put a resolution on the House floor to just release everything. And Democrats were like, oh, no. They all rejected it. Every one of them rejected it. But I thought y'all wanted the files released. I thought you wanted the files released. Do not listen to these people. Further receipts, because this is all about the receipts. This show, I told you most of the show was going to be about this issue. Okay. Headline, The Guardian. Judge rejects Trump administration request to unseal Ghislaine Maxwell grand jury transcripts. Why? Why? A Democrat judge blocked the release of the grand jury transcripts from the Ghislaine Maxwell testimony. This was on 11 August of this year. Why did a Democrat judge block the release of what? Why was it blocked? Y'all full of shit. Y'all full of shit. Y'all are full of shit. So it essentially, this has all backfired on them. This has backfired. And hold on, I'm going to find this. Hold on. Well, I'm going to find this list, this donor list of these healthcare companies who donated to these Democrats for them to shut the government down and keep it down as long as possible. Hold on. Let me find it. I gotta find it in my I thought I sent it to myself. Dang, I sworn I sent it to myself. Hold on. Hold, please. Hold, please. I gotta find this because this is rich. This is rich. This is Anna Paulina Luna. So hold on. Because she posted this today. And darn it. I know I sent it to myself earlier. I may have to find it and send and do it tomorrow. But I brought some of the receipts and damn. Dang. Shoot. Sorry. This damn it. Okay, I'm pissed off now because I saw it earlier. And it's Anna Paulina Luna. And it's a list of wait a minute. I know where it is. I know where it is. My bad. Sorry. I know where it is. There it is. Let me send this. Hold on. Oh, we're gonna. Okay. There we go. Okay. Jeez, that was driving me up the wall. Okay. Let's see if I can turn it. Pharma, she says, pharma, hold on. You can't see it that well, but I'm going to go find it and get a better copy. But I do want you to at least see what I'm talking about here. Anna Paulina Luna on X, and this was on the 10th of November. And she says, Pharma owns Congress. The Senate Democrats weren't fighting for you, they were fighting for their cartel. And it gives a list of the Democrat representatives here and the total that was donated to them, and pharmaceutical health products, pharmaceutical manufacturing, HMOs, nursing homes, medical devices. I'm going to get a better copy of this, but go check it out. We'll talk about it again tomorrow because I'm going to get off of here and rest my voice. And like Random Mad Hatter said, I'm going to get some green tea, spot of tea. But I had to bring the receipts. And I had to show you why these ratchet Democrats shut the government down and why they kept it down for 43 days. It was for their health care payoffs. And the Epstein bullshit is just that. It's bullshit. All of it. They don't care about Epstein. They don't care about his victims. They don't care about the trafficked children over the last 4 years under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They don't care about anything but themselves. Y'all all going to hell. Anyway, happy Wednesday. And if my voice holds up, we'll see you tomorrow. Good Lord Almighty. Peace out. God bless you. Pray for President Trump. Pray for each other. And God hears us. All right? He does. He really does.